Hey guys, welcome to your Daily Smash for Friday, August 16th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
Friday.
I
got the date wrong yesterday. Not on the graphic, but I said the 14th when it was the 15th.
Yeah.
Because I even make mistakes. I am not perfect.
No, neither am I. I can tell you that right now. I make mistakes. I make mistakes and I make people mad, and I can say I'm sorry.
Me too. It's so important, those two words. You know what else is important? Soul life. That's actually one word.
Soul life.
So lend a celebration.
I took mine this morning. You worked out this morning?
Yeah. We got up at 6 a.m.
I wish I had a video camera on Rick when we do our boot camp classes. The girls in there die laughing at him. He is hilarious. That could be a whole segment in a whole show.
Not on purpose. I'm not hilarious on purpose.
Funny. It is hilarious.
Why? Because I can't do the exercises?
It's just, I know how coordinated you are. I know you've been in intramurals.
I was an intramural champion in multiple sports.
But
I am coordinated. I could dance. What? I can dance. I gotta show you. The ladies in there are just dying. Fine. You know what? Next week
we'll videotape it.
I give you permission to video my prowess. My prowess.
Hysterical.
What is most funny about my attempts at working out?
So when you're doing a deep squat, when you're going like this, like in a deep squat, you have to go down like this. Rick's like this.
Listen, these knees.
Or when you go we're going like this. Rick's like, or he won't do it, and then we're like, we were doing these like this. We're going like this, and Rick's laying down on he's just laying flat. It is
because I'm an old man. Okay, I know I don't look it.
There's old ladies in there. There's ladies in their 70s.
Whatever, I'll get better.
There's 70-year-old ladies in there that are kicking ass.
I'm just getting started.
I mean, I'm looking at these ladies, okay?
Yeah.
And they're there every morning at 7 a.m. and they're in their 70s and they look great and disciplined and they look amazing. It's just, I'm like, I want to be like that.
You know what?
I want to be like that. I'm going to be like that.
Exercise. Diet.
Well, 99% of it is your diet.
And make sure you get your minerals. I'm telling you, it's so important. Minerals.
I mean, I look up to these ladies. You know, it's just, they're fabulous.
Yeah. Well,
it's, 70 years old when I was a kid.
When I was a kid, 70 was ancient. Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Not anymore. It just doesn't seem like it anymore.
When I was a kid, 48 was pretty...
You know what? 64 was ancient.
I was so old. My grandpa wasn't even 64, and he was the oldest man I knew. I have exciting news about Pickleball Partytown. The website's back up.
Yeah, thank God.
It was down for I don't know how long. I finally got our guys to fix whatever was busted.
We were on Radio Andy on Jeff Lewis' show, and they're like, "What's your pickleballpartyhouse.com?" It's
picklepartyhouse.com. Picklepartyhouse.com. And you can go on that site.
And they were trying to sell it.
Yeah, they were like, what months is it available? And I was like, yeah, well, I don't know how to tell people to book it because the site's down.
Yeah.
It's on Airbnb. It's on VRBO. The Pickle Party House website has a link. You just click on a link to go right to the listing, and you can book it. It's available February, March, and April of 2025. Those are 3 prime months. And we had it rented for February, but the woman who rented it, her granddaughter is giving birth in February. She just found out that she's pregnant and she's due in February, so she had to cancel because she wants to be close to home for her new granddaughter. So that means it's available. And if you are watching and you reach out, you're a smasher, just let us know and we'll give you a discount on the Airbnb rate. So picklepartyhouse.com, February, March, April 2025. It is a 28-day minimum.
Do you guys ever listen to Radio Andy? That Jeff Lewis is hysterical. He is so nice. And I just want to also reiterate that I appreciate Jeff Lewis, and I appreciate having him on our radio show. I enjoy doing it so much.
Oh, yeah.
And I also want to thank Andy Cohen for allowing me to be on his station. So
It is Andy's station.
it is Andy's station.
It is. It's Radio Andy.
Yeah. So I want to say thank you to Andy Cohen. I've always had a good rapport with Andy, and I just want to say thanks to Andy Cohen for allowing me to be on his radio station, even though everyone thinks he hates my guts.
I don't think he hates you.
Yeah.
He told me I was the only one he liked on Fox News when I met him because I was working at Fox at the time. But Jeff is a solid dude. And I love doing his show. I have a reel of the day that, I don't remember if you found it or I found it. The deer at the door.
Oh, I found that for you, and I sent it. And I sent it to Rick, and I'm going out the door, and Rick goes, "Oh my God, you got to see this!" I go, "I just sent it to you."
I'm like, babe, you got to watch this video. She's like, "You mean the one I just sent you?" Because this stuff's flying all day long. Okay, I got a lot going on.
Oh,
but this video,
this guy works 24/7, 24/7.
Thanks for
I
recognizing.
You do. He does everything.
You work hard
he
too,
edits,
babe.
He has our Patreon. He edits our Smash. He writes his monologues for Newsmax. He has to do wake up early and do some live reads, like pre-tape stuff for Schmidt. Like he is constantly working.
I'm definitely busy, but you know what? You're busy too, and you do stuff that I don't have time to do or can't do, and you work with me, and it's an amazing partnership, and I really, how much I love you.
I know.
And appreciate you. So here's a deer at the door. This is crazy. This is like Lassie coming for help. I don't think I can use the music. I'll put our own music on it. Yeah, I don't want to get...
Yeah. Look at that. Look at those deer eyes.
I mean, how did he even know?
They say, come on, come over here.
Look at him bouncing
Look at him,
around.
like little Bambi. Little going...
How did it go from daytime to nighttime?
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
want.
maybe it was dark, like around 6, and he went to go get his...
A chainsaw. And once he saw what was going on, he had to go home and get the chainsaw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We had to go back and get the chainsaw and come back that night to rescue the fawn's father. This is crazy. Like the way he was cutting that thing with the deer's head right there.
First of all, I would have been afraid that he would have came after me.
I would have been... I never would have expected that deer to want to see them again. I would think that he would be freaked out.
He's like saying thank you.
They must be so smart. I didn't think they were smart, but
Well, I wouldn't get close to a deer like that with antlers. I'm sorry. I watched those.
He's limping, it looks like. But the deer appreciated it.
Yeah.
He appreciated the help, and he came back to say thanks.
Isn't that crazy?
You know what? We have deer in West Hampton, and I don't think they would
They're
ever...
dumber than a box of rocks.
So stupid. They just walk out in front of a car. Like, they just don't know any better. They don't learn. I have more evidence that you can't please everyone. These comments were back-to-back on Thursday's show. The first one was from Nunya Business 9009, WTH, which stands for...
What the hell?
I thought no politics. Please stop. I've stuck around and I'm trying to support you, but if this is going to be your topics, you're going to lose another subscriber. I'm just about done.
Oh, none of your business. You've been here since day one. You ain't going anywhere.
Okay, so the very next comment from Kathleen Allister, 5508. Thanks for stepping forward with your political thoughts. It's important right now, especially for the next few months. I so agree with addressing issues versus the candidate. In leadership training, we are taught to separate the actor from the actions. Watch what people do instead of listening to what they say. Keep it up.
Isn't that funny?
Which one is it?
You can't. You can't. Like I had this lady that I sent you saying that I yell over you, that I'm a bully, and all these things. So when I get rude questions, answers like that, I just press on the their thing, and I can see all their last comments that they wrote on our channel.
Their
And
history.
The history.
Yeah.
Of if they're a troll, if they're nice at once, and I mean,
Yeah.
with this
You do
girl,
your research.
I do my research on the person that I'm done. I am done with your channel. I am unsubscribing. Like, okay,
Yeah.
like you're departing an airport. Like, we really, like, okay, fine.
You don't have to announce
You
it.
don't have to announce it.
Right.
Like, and I don't really care. So she's like, and then I go in their history and she's like, please DM me. I want to be your assistant.
This was one of her previous messages to us and to Kelly. She wanted to be our assistant.
So
Biggest fan, like love the show, watch every day, want to work with you. I want to be your assistant. I can help you get more views.
but the way her writing was, like, I didn't understand. It was like, I'm just giving you, like, advice. Like, I don't know, she might be from a different country, but we have a lot of those. And I was like, wait, what? I mean, you're the one who's being a bully. You're coming at me saying you're unsubscribing and that I'm like yelling over Rick and I'm a bully. You're saying everything that you're not supposed to say. Like, it's hypocritical, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway,
Kelly does wake up every morning earlier than me, and she reads your comments, just so you know. She reads comments every morning. And usually the comments that I read on the show are some that she culled from the hundreds that we get every day. But when you write, we read, just so you know. London Queen 70. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say.
I understand people don't want to talk about politics. I don't.
Well, especially people who are overseas who don't necessarily care as much about U.S. politics, and we know we have a lot of international viewers.
Right. But it's becoming a one world now. It's like everything is becoming so small, and somebody from South Africa goes, I live in South Africa, and our groceries are out of control here too. Like, it's great to hear other people's perspectives, you know? I mean, Rick and I watch CNN a lot of the time. We have it on. We listen to different perspectives. No, we do. We
Once in a while, I do,
we want to see what's out there.
No, I do. We do.
So, you know, there's nothing wrong with hearing different sides.
But sometimes it's going to creep in. Like, we are making a concerted effort to avoid politics, but it does creep in. And we are in a political season. Everything right now is about the election that's coming up in less than 3 months.
I lived in a communist country, so I know, and, you know, my ex was from London, and he knows what happens with socialism. And I've learned, like, a lot of Americans don't know the difference. I was always a Democrat. I was always a Democrat because my parents were Democrats.
Mine too.
You know, your parents were Democrats too.
Oh, yeah. Still are.
Yeah.
I want to read this comment from London Queen 7957. The consumer price index increased 0.2% in July, coming in right at expectations. On a yearly basis, the CPI rose 2.9%, its lowest yearly growth rate since March of 2021, and slightly below expectations of 3%. Yes, London Queen, that is true. But March of 2021 was the same administration, and the CPI has been through the roof prior to this report. You know what? I'm not an economist, but at Kelly's suggestion, I'm going to play a clip from my show
that had economists on there.
That had Peter Schiff, a very bright guy, talking about this very thing. Listen. Hey, watch this.
This is really good news. This July inflation report, 2.9% inflation year over year. As you said, that's the lowest since March of 2021. Prices are down, importantly, for food. Those have been nagging people at grocery stores for years now, and energy still higher than anyone would like them to be, but they're headed in the right direction. This is great news. Take politics out of it. This is great news for the country.
Oh, yeah. I love when they tell you it's great news. What prices of food are down? What? Down a penny from where they were, but they're still up.
Yeah, the whole CPI really is a fraud. First of all, the main reason that the year-over-year number was only up 2.9% was because used car prices dropped 11%. But, you know, how many used cars does a typical American buy in a given month? Meanwhile, year over year, automobile insurance prices went up 18.5%. That's a cost that Americans pay every single month if they have a car. Meanwhile, the inflation rate, the way they measure it, the CPI, it got down to 3% the first time in June of last year. So it's taken 13 months to get the year-over-year official rate down 1/10 from 3 to 2.9. And it's probably not even going to stay at 2.9. It's going to go up. But at that rate, it would take 10 years to get down to the Fed's 2% target. But meanwhile, the CPI only captures about 50% of the effects of inflation. The inflation is the increase in the money supply. The result is that prices go up, and the CPI is a very poor measure by design of that increase. But you really have to think of inflation as a tax. When the Obama or Biden said that he's not going to tax people that make under $400,000 or $500,000 a year, whatever it was, that was a lie, because the inflation tax hits those people the hardest. We don't get any government for nothing. So whenever the government spends money without taxing you, it's taxing you through inflation, because instead of taking your money, they take your purchasing power by printing new money and spending it into circulation.
That's the kind of content you'll get every single day on Newsmax 2, N2, on the Leventhal Report, streaming live at 4 p.m. Pacific.
So
7
they
p.m.
had
Eastern.
that very comment, right? From, was it MSNBC?
Yeah.
And they were laughing kind of about, like they spun it their way.
Of course.
Right?
Oh, this is good news.
This is good news. This is good news.
Yeah.
But it's not good news.
I have a hot topic now.
Hot topic.
A mom slept in her daughter's dorm on her first night of college to make memories, but critics say she should have boundaries. Look, that's you and Jolie.
I know. Wait, what?
A North Carolina mom is dividing opinion after sleeping in her daughter's dorm room on her first night away at college. Critics have called Lori Miggins, 48, creepy and weird for bunking down with daughter Taylor, 18.
Wait, what? They're saying that's weird?
At Appalachian State University last week. I know not everyone will have this chance, but if you can, do it, she said. Explaining she arrived on campus several days before the college roommate did, and she's a member of the cheerleading team, the girl, so the mom could use the roommate's bed. She asked for permission. They said yes. A lot of people thought it was weird and gross.
Why?
I disagree. I think it's awesome. Why? What's the big deal? If school hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, there's nobody in there. Just her mom.
Kelly's going to Paris to move Jolie into her dorm room, and it's not even a dorm. It's like an apartment. So why wouldn't you stay in there for a night if there's an extra bed?
That is insane.
That
that people are giving her crap for
they're
that?
accusing her of being a helicopter mom and setting her daughter up for failure by not leaving her on her own.
But she's going to be out of there, though. She just went over there to stay the night. Let's ask Jolie.
She said we made a memory that will last a lifetime.
Let me ask Jolie if she thinks it's weird.
Okay.
Let's ask the kids. She's going to say, hi, Mommy. Or she even answer that. She's at the beach. She's probably in the ocean.
Oh. She's only got a few days left.
Yeah, she went with
Of
Nick
beach life.
and Grace.
I guess you can go to the beach in Greece or the south of France or
Ibiza.
Spain. Now that she's going to be in Paris.
In Ibiza.
In the news now.
In the news.
5 people, including Matthew Perry's assistant and 2 doctors,
I just
have
read
been arrested after he died of ketamine.
Her name was Senga?
Are you talking about the ketamine queen?
Yeah.
Of Los Angeles? Where is her name? Yeah, it's Jasveen Sangha. Also charged Perry's friend Eric Fleming. And Jasveen Sangha, an alleged drug dealer, prosecutors claim was known as the ketamine queen of Los Angeles. The other 3 arrested were Perry's assistant, Kenneth Iwas-Massa, 59, Dr. Mark Chavez, 54, and Dr. Salvador Plasencia, 42, all facing a slew of federal charges, including conspiracy to distribute ketamine. That's no joke.
Ketamine?
No, I'm saying the arrests are no joke because he died. And they're saying that these 5 people were directly connected to his death. I'm going to see if this is involved. I didn't read this whole article.
I find that to be ridiculous. I think he's the one who's responsible for buying and taking the ketamine. I'm sorry. I like these. I think I blame Perry, Matthew Perry,
Well,
for being. He was the drug addict.
okay, but you're not supposed to supply a drug addict with drugs that might kill him. And one of these three people
Well, he
who
knows
were
that
charged,
if you take a drug, you know your chances of getting killed are great.
one of the three people who was charged, a doctor, texted to the other person, another doctor, I wonder how much this moron will pay.
You call him Matthew Perry a moron?
Yeah.
Well, he is. He is a moron. The guy's a complete and utter whack job, moronic idiot.
Well,
He's a drug addict, alcoholic.
He is. And you could argue that he's going to get the drugs no matter what.
He's going to get the drugs. You can go get the drugs off the streets in Santa Ana all day, all long. We see drug deals going by. We were going downtown Santa Ana, and we see a drug deal.
It's not legal.
And he should have been arrested for taking all those drugs all those years.
Okay, but the person who's supplying him with a drug that killed him is going to be punished, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, well, I'm fine with drug dealers getting arrested. I'm cool with that, but I think the one that's responsible for buying and taking the drug is Matthew Perry. He's the one that has an issue.
I understand your point. I think it's valid. You have a valid point. Personal responsibility.
Yeah.
I get it.
Don't do drugs. So simple.
Listen to Kelly. She's a wise woman. Let that carry you through this weekend, this smash-tastic weekend coming up. Jolie's last weekend in Newport Beach before she goes off to Paris.
What do you guys think?
About what should happen to Matthew Perry? Or his drug dealers?
I mean, you shouldn't be a drug dealer first and foremost, okay? There should be punishable by law. But I think the one that's at fault here is Matthew Perry.
Tell us what you think, and we'll share the comments on Monday's Daily Smash. Have a smash-tastic weekend.
Bye,
Don't
guys.
forget the Rick and Kelly Show. We have Will Licurdo, the travel strategist, on an interview that will enlighten you, and our amazing videos and stories from Pompeii, the incredible ancient city that was preserved for 2,000 years underground and is now a very popular tourist site. We're going to bring you all that and a lot more on this week's Rick and Kelly Show.
All right, take care, everybody.